Good evening, I'm Anne-Marie Burke with Sports Jan and some good cricket news as the Windies Pacers got the better of England batsmen again today on day one of the second test at the Viv Richards ground in Antigua. Sending the visitors into bat, the Windies dismissed England for just 187. Moeen Ali top scored with 60 while Johnny Bairstow added 52. Kemar Roach was the top bowler with 4 for 30, while Shannon Gabriel had 3 for 45 and Alzari Joseph 2 for 38.
Oh, toe end, would you believe it? What a loosener. Oh my goodness, what a delivery. What a catch. A parry, teamwork in the slips. What a brute of a delivery for Joe Root to try and deal with. Beautiful drive. Glorious drive from Johnny Bairstow. Another very good shot from Bairstow. Beautiful poise and balance.
Brilliantly taken. An aggressive 50 for Johnny Bairstow.
Oh, close. Close if he hasn't hit it.
Is in line and hitting the wickets.
Yeah, that's a good review. Oh, yes. What a nut that is.
The full ball punched away for 4. That's gone. How far has it gone? Went hard at it again. It was maybe a little bit closer to him than he thought, but it brings up 50 for Moeen Ali.
Up in the air, should be taken. Shannon Gabriel, yes, makes no mistake.
Oh, what a way to go. Oh, there it was, the Yorker. The Yorker as Anderson backed away, expecting a short ball. This was very full, very straight from Shannon Gabriel. And England have been bowled out after tea here on the first day for 187.
At the close, the Windies are a patient 30 without loss from 21 overs to trail by 157 on first innings with all 10 wickets intact. John Campbell is on 16 and Craig Brathwaite on 11. Day 2 begins at 9:45 a.m. Live coverage will be on CBC TV 8. With an unbeaten knock of 146, Devon Smith has led the Windward Island Volcanoes to a solid total of 325 for 5 when stumps were pulled on the opening day of their 6th-round regional 4-day match with the Barbados Pride at Kensington Oval. Deciding to bat first, Smith, who opened the innings, had a good time at the crease, which saw his ton include 18 fours and 1 6. Sunil Ambrose also contributed with the bat with a knock of 79. Here's a look at the action from the pre-lunch session. Winning the toss, the Windwards took first knock, and as expected, it will be Devon Smith to get the attack in motion, nicely edged into the boundary. But no sooner had the Pride introduced the spin of Ashley Nurse than a breakthrough came. The first wicket will go. Tariq Gabriel caught at short leg by Anthony Allen. He goes for 3. Windwards with only 10 runs on the board. That brought Roland Cato in, and he decided to punish Nurse for eliminating his teammate. Nicely struck and beautifully placed. A comfortable 4. Nurse into Cato again, and this time it's straight driven. Allen goes for it. He dives to stop it but could not quite get it controlled. It rolls into the ropes. Oops, and he falls over the advertising boards. But no worries, Allen's okay. On the other end, Smith was still in good nick, dispatching this one nicely to the ropes. Yes, umpires signal it. Meanwhile, Cato continued his punishment of Nurse with this beautiful cover drive. Cato goes for it again. This time Kevin Stout is on the receiving end through 3 fielders to run away 4 more. Stout into Smith, and he cuts it through extra cover for 4 more. It was really raining boundaries now. That's Cato with a quick fire shot. But Barbados will break up the party just before the lunch break. A masterful catch by Nicholas Curtin. Let's watch it again. Cato goes for 29, The Windwards go to lunch on 77-2. And as mentioned, the Windwards will resume tomorrow on 3:25 for 5 in their first innings. Smith will be on 146. For the Pride, Miguel Cummins, Shamar Holder, Kevin Stout, Ashley Nurse, and Shamar Springer each have a wicket. Meanwhile, over at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad, the TNT Red Force at stumps were batting a second time as they were all out for 108 in their first innings, followed by Ghana Jaguars also being dismissed for 150. The Red Force will resume tomorrow on 13 without loss. And in the ongoing day-night encounter at the Warner Park in St. Kitts, the Leopards are 199 for 7 against the Jamaica Scorpions. Still with cricket, a dominant knock by Deandra Doughton led the West Indies women to victory over Pakistan women in their first T20 international at the South End Club in Karachi this morning, Barbados time. The Windies women decided to bat first and posted 160 for 2 from their 20 overs. Player of the match, Doughton was in fine form, smashing 90 not out from just 60 deliveries. That included 8 fours and 4 sixes. Chadian Nation made 50 not out with 4 fours and 2 sixes. Doughton and Nation had an unbroken third wicket partnership of 109. Pakistan were then dismissed for 89 off 18 overs. Shamilia Connell had the best figures of 3 for 29, while Shakira Salman took 2 for 8 and Anisa Mohammed 2 for 17. The second T20 is set for tomorrow. Well, the Hero Caribbean Premier League has had a major impact on the Barbadian economy. This is according to the CPL's Chief Operations Officer, Pete Russell.
Sure, so we've done an economic impact study and over the 5 games that number is around 20 million. Now that's made up of a series of things. It's obviously the spend that CPL puts on Ireland, plus also the visitors that come into the island as well. So there's over 4,800 bed nights that we use, both during the event and obviously in the planning up to it as well. We spend money, obviously, food, beverage, CSR in terms of local initiatives. So there's plenty that we do in terms of putting money into the economy. And of course, we pay our taxes on Ireland as well.
While not letting much out of the bag regarding this year's tournament, Russell told CBC Sports that he still believes that the CPL is the best T20 Premier League tournament in the world.
There's lots of tournaments. This is the best one, without a doubt. You can't beat the fans that we get, both here in Barbados and across the Caribbean. And I don't know whether you've had the luxury of watching other games in some of the other countries, but it's a fantastic vibe. And we were amazed last year. I mean, yes, the team here had a bit of a horrendous home run, but the fans still came out. They still supported their team, which is brilliant. And it's going to be the same again. We're going to have 5 games here. We're looking at a few other initiatives. I can't necessarily break the seal on what those initiatives are, but I think again we're just trying to make this tournament as big and as better as we possibly can, because we certainly think we don't have a rival. IPL obviously has the money, but this definitely has the atmosphere.
New Zealand has finally won a match against the visiting Indian team in their ongoing one-day international series. In the 4th match at Seddon Park last night, Barbados time, India were bowled out for just 92 in 30.5 overs. Trent Bolt took 5 for 21. The Kiwis then duly knocked off the run, scoring 93 for 2 off 14.4 overs to win by 8 wickets. India lead that series 3-1. To track and field now, Greenhouse are the new athletic champs at West Terrace as that primary school held its meet today at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. Green amassed 647.5 points to dethrone Red, who were second with 539. They were followed by Blue and Purple respectively. The victorious Ludorm was Abiosa Alexander of Green with 40 points, while her teammate Franklin Durant was a Victor Ludorm with 42. CBC Sean Green was there for the sprints.
Let's begin with the girls' 80-meter dash. All eyes on the tiny but swift Abisoya Alexander of Green Gladiators. She will slay the rest of the field in 12.86 seconds. Netara Keela Goddard was second. On the mark, get set and go. This is the boys' equivalent over 80 meters, the under 9 guys. Another green 1, or make that a green 1 and 2. Franklin Durant leads the pack ahead of Caden Mason Riley. Well, earlier we saw Alexandra dominate the 80 meters. Now she's back in the 100 meters under 9 to do the double, leaving the others in the dust, letting them read the back of her shirt. And it says, Alexander first, all a winner behind me. This is the under-9 boys 100 meters, a rematch of the 80 meters with Durant and Riley Mason. Durant and Riley Mason, both of them representing the Green Gladiators, and they will do it 1 and 2 for Green. Time to pick up the pace with the 100 meters. These are the under-11 girls, and this one looked close indeed. Jemiah Williams of green and Janice Moore of purple, and the Green Gladiators will rule this arena. Williams taking the event. Let's focus on the boys' event now. Can anyone stop the Green Gladiators? Well, not in this event. Kofi Clark looking smart, dashing to the front, and once he got there, there was very little anyone else could do. Kofi Clark running away with the victory. Who will claim the title as the fastest girl in the school? That honor will go to either Janae Joe of purple or Asabi Eswick of red. Let's go with Joe. The under-13 boys race is always a classic, and this one was no different. Damari Harewood of green and Caleb Payne Richards, the two to challenge for this one. And wait a minute, what is he doing? Payne is celebrating too early. Does he even know he's currently in second? Well, I'm sure Harewood knows, coming home for green ahead of Richards to win the boys 100 meters. Sean Green, CBC Sports.